Is it really bad?
They'll definitely hear it through the intro.
Then that's the intro. There's construction outside. I'm sorry, it's not from us.
I wish it was us.
Why?
Because that would mean we'd be having something cool happen to our house. Instead, I just gotta watch it across the street.
I know. Hey, what's good, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Did you know that Li-Ning, a Chinese-based sportswear brand, mainly with court shoes, now makes skate shoes?
I did. When they arrived at our house.
Anyways, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the box. I know the boxes aren't really important, but I thought it was really cool that they really made it feel like a skateboard. You got the board on the bottom, you got the grip tape feeling. It's not real grip tape, but it sure feels like it. That's dope. Also, they came in this dust bag, very much like a Wade shoe would have. But Erik Ellington is a professional skateboarder, been a professional skateboarder for quite a long time, and he is pretty much like the guy behind all of Li-Ning's skateboard shoes, which all of like 2, I think it is. That's the only ones that I could find. I did see like a prototype on his Instagram. They were really high tops, like it was crazy. Kind of reminded me of the old Muscas from Supra. But essentially, he has been very hands-on with Li-Ning's skateboard side of things, which I think is really cool, because if you're going to like branch off and do something different, like outside of your own wheelhouse, you might as well bring in somebody that knows exactly what they need and what they want, which would be the athlete, and that's exactly what they did. These, first off, this colorway is, I think it's called the Sunset colorway. It's not my favorite version of the shoe or my favorite looking version of the shoe. I don't really love these black-based shoes with the like the bright pink and purple things. I know that they've been using this, like I think we just did the Wade 10s, same color. Don't love them. I would love to see a Team No Sleep version of this shoe, even though it's not the same guy. So like maybe it won't work, maybe it will. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool though to see like him collab with Wade, make a Team No Sleep. That would be dope. But the shoe is fairly impressive, especially from a skate standpoint. It's just that there's certain things on the shoe that I don't personally love, but there are other colorways that will be able to take care of what I like on my shoes much better than this particular one. So the first thing is the outsole. It's not a cup sole, even though it's partial. So you have the full-on rubber piece right here, but it does cup up on the forefoot area, but it's not a full cup. So it's not like things are sitting inside of the cup sole.
Kind of like the Reeboks.
A little bit like the Reebok, the old Adidas stuff. So it's kind of like an 80s thing. I really dig it. I don't know how durable this rubber is going to be. It feels durable. It doesn't feel like performance rubber that you would get on a basketball shoe where it's like real soft and pliable. This is not that kind of rubber. It's very interesting feeling. So I don't skate anymore. I'm not even gonna try, but you know, I used to when I was in high school and everything. And basically they kind of remind me of a Van shoe, like the Vans, but on steroids. So there's tons of cushion in here, but you still get a decent amount of board feel, which I think is really interesting. So again, you got the rubber partial cup sole, I guess. You kind of consider this TPU piece a cup, but it's mainly for what's inside of that, which would be Li-Ning's boom cushion. On the medial side, it is exposed just like it would be on like Adidas, you know, Boost shoes and things like that. And you can see that they painted it, but on the inside or the underside, it's in its raw form. So this is basically a P-back system that is nitrogen based. Very similar though to the eTPU stuff, which is the Boost. It's the same exact kind of, I don't know how to explain it, like when it's in its raw form, the little pellets and stuff. It's just like that. It's just a slightly different process to get it to where it is now. And the way that it feels is much like it does in the basketball products. So it feels super comfortable, super bouncy, real cushioned. Honestly, I don't know how these skaters like skating the thin stuff nowadays, because like when I was in school, we went from skating in Vans and like really thin Volk soles and cup soles and things like that. We went from that to going to one of my favorite shoes of all time that just released in my favorite colorway of all time, and I did buy 2 of them, but it's the Osiris D3, the original one. So we went from like that slim stuff to really fat. So those shoes use polyurethane, they use air pockets, so it's kind of like a different beast. I wouldn't even say that those are board feel shoes. That's like, honestly, I don't know how we skated in those either, because you can't really feel anything. Like your foot is surrounded in padding, and it's like those sumo suits. Yeah! Whoa, what are you doing? It's like skating in that. This is kind of like a blend between that. So they were able to get everything super slim, super tapered, so you still have all of your ability to feel the board under your foot or feel the board when you're flicking, but you still have all that cushion underneath. So if you're gonna go down a flight of stairs, this might be the shoe that you want to do it in. Now there's some other traditional features that you would see on something like a basketball shoe, which is, again, the cage. It wraps around the heel, so it acts as a heel counter. Again, something that a lot of skate shoes, while they do have it, it's just not like a substantial piece. This is a substantial piece. So this feels like a really tech-heavy version of a skate shoe without feeling cumbersome or like a tech-heavy skate shoe. Now the upper on these guys is where I don't love this particular colorway. There's a lot of plastics, it's a lot of synthetics. It's mixed in with a little bit of textiles. The textile thing, I don't mind. Skate shoes have always had that. I think it's great. You got a lot of breathability. This one in particular, like these little cutouts right there are literal cutouts. So it's just mesh windows, which is awesome. You can get real good direct airflow through the shoe. The toe area on this particular color is a ripstop, which again allows a lot of airflow through there, but then all of the surrounding areas are TPU or TPU based, which means that when you flick off of this guy right here, it's not going to completely shred your shoe up in like T-2 seconds and counting. There's not a lot of external stitching, especially in the flick area as well. So you're not gonna like rip that panel off. Like if you skate in Jordan 1s or a Dunk, which are great shoes to skate in, if you like that slim stuff, those shoes have a lot of extra layers and a lot of stitching, and when you do all your flicks or your board tricks, the grip tape just kind of like peels it away. You end up with a big old hole in your shoe. This will still do that. It's just there's not the layers of stitching where you're gonna bust through that and then all of a sudden your shoe's talking to you.
I love the feeling of wind in my laces.
I do think it's interesting though that right here, like real specifically at the flick zone, like the pinky toe area, it's got a nice little like extra grippy spot to help grip the board, and it's a little bit more durable than the rest of the plastic. So I think that's pretty cool too. It reminds me a lot of old skate shoes, just in a much thinner package. Now this toe cap area is real interesting. Again, this little toe piece is ripstop, but it is just like the Wade, what was it, the 7s? The one that you said looked like a shoe in a shoe?
The Crocs?
Yes. So like this, it's got that whole toe piece, you know what I mean? So it's real interesting. If you're a hooper and you've been on this channel for a long time, the Air Jordan 2010 is kind of similar. One thing, first off, I don't love the piece that's on there. I just think it looks a little weird, even though it looks better than it does on the Wades. But on Erik Ellington's Instagram page, he has this really slick colorway. It's just, I think it's a Bruce Lee colorway because it says Bruce Lee on the inside and everything, but it's a simple white and black shoe. And he straight up took a razor blade and cut this shit. And I was like, bro, they look way cleaner now. And on top of that, that particular shoe used nice suede on there. I was like, dude, what the where's that on this thing? So what I would do if you were interested in these, if you like all of this new like Fuse, TPU, plastic-based shoes, go with this one if this is something that you're interested in. But if you like more raw materials, if you like kind of like a mix between like the 90s stuff and now, then I would go for a colorway that uses the more raw materials, the leathers, the suedes, and things like that. The laces are reflective, so if you like that, you'll also enjoy that. And also check this out real quick before I take the flash off. Oh, check this out first. That's the Strobel. Isn't that a weird ass Strobel? And right on there is mesh and then the boom cushion, and the boom is full length. It's pretty cool. But if you got anything that you need that you don't want anybody else to see, you got a stash pocket right there in the tongue. Again, another old school trick from skate shoes, which I personally really like. I like when they do that. Shout out to Chad Muska. The insole is a beefcake. Look at how thick it is.
That's what she said.
This is a great insole, man. Extra cushion for your kick and pushing. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size, so whatever you typically wear in whatever size that is, that's exactly what I would recommend. I feel like they fit perfectly. They don't fit too tight, they don't fit too wide or anything like that. Just, again, it feels like a pair of Vans, but with tons of cushion. But it's not like stacked cushion. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. You don't feel elevated off the floor. You still feel like you're right there, but it's also bouncy at the same time. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. I will catch you on the next one. So until then, have a good one.